This is the Madden Championship Series from USAA Stadium. As the official salute to service partner of Madden and the NFL, USAA is proud to serve the military community and their families. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cunningham looking to throw. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Let's go now.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. Rolling to his left. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Cunningham. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And that's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. A play fake. Now Cunningham. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. To throw, it's May. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing here is May. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-time interception king, Paul Krause. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Okay, ready? Come on. Hey, Dragon 60. 19 Sergeant, 19 Sergeant. Ready?
Smith up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 6. Cunningham to throw. And this one is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. May. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. May going to try to throw for it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's a foot race. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half. Yeah, and now this is intercepted. My goodness. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. May going to try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He may go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Emmitt Smith, 70 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Thomas. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one early on that first quarter. They didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Able to shake him off. Now he's flushed out right. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
He hits Adams complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. Here's May. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. To the air right away is Brady. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Gates with a grab. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They keep it on the ground again. It's Perry. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 14 yards. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Trap 50, trap 2.
Cunningham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Now Cunningham. Out to his left. Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, That's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Perry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Perry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Brady to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Brady going to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here we go on 4th down. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Cunningham. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. There goes an impressive 31-yard gain.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, And that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Looking to throw. Cunningham. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. He's into space past the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Cunningham. They'll roll him out right. And it is caught. Touchdown. Antonio Gates. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Good bounce back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. Brady now to throw. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Complete. Jefferson the target. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Cunningham looking to throw. Got a man. It's Randy Moss complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Cunningham. He's got his man, Gates. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scramble for answers, looking at each other trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
Steps away. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Randall Cunningham as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
And this will be caught at the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They run with Perry. Oh, he shifts past him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here now, 2nd and 4. This is Perry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going. And there should be some gaps to run through now.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's complete to Gates. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
19 light.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. Flushed out right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Randall Cunningham, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Perry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Perry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a give right side. It's Perry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard. Up the middle they go. Perry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This is 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Perry, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Brady to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a level shy of the first down marker.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually His internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
On third down, Perry. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Second down, goal to go. Here's a give up the middle. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's first and 10.
18 run. 18 reps. Here we go. Set.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's second down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game to come.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple of decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let him get
And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on their very first play, and now with their offense in the driver's seat.
Throwing deep for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has it at the 11. He lost the football. Man, lucky break there. He falls on it himself. We nearly saw their problems really start to snowball following that touchdown.
You could feel, even up in the booth, a full-on panic there for just a moment. But he did make sure it never overwhelmed him. He picks the ball back up. May have cost him some yards. Didn't force them the possession.
And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Come on. Hey, ready.
Dropping back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it'll be 3rd down. Throwing with the blitz on the way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That goes as a punt of 43 yards. And it'll be Raider football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. Well, the pressure really got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and of course, it's an incompletion.
It's complete over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Another throw for Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Throwing all the way to the big gain downfield. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pull out in front further, 13-zip. Not even 2 minutes in, Brock, and they've already got 2 touchdowns up on that scoreboard.
Okay, even by the standard the elite offense set every season, this is some incredibly fast-paced scoring to begin a game. They got off the bus ready to roll full speed from the start.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return to the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff, and he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he'll get it up to the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 4. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Out of the gun, no look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the set. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They go play action here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Double right. Lead run. You go set.
Stafford going to put it up right away. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Throwing is Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. A gain of 22. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Stafford looks to throw again. Flush to his right. He'll get this one to Patrick. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Out of the gun, Stafford. Checks off the side. Flushed out right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tim Patrick, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Elam, up and good. It's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now Cunningham, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now 2nd and 3. Inside handoff, Smith, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Rolling to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson, and he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. The first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Cunningham looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Cunningham. Gates with a grab. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. That's a staple in this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on fourth down. They're going to go for it. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll go with a keeper, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Cunningham. He was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And the cosign with you.
Touchdown, Detroit! A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Here's Cunningham. Forced out to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Cunningham to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And he will bring it back.
first opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. With Greg Olson, Mike Tirico up here in the booth. So glad that you are along with us. Greg got a couple of offenses here that love to take their shots down the field, so the defenses really have their task right in front of them if they want to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think as many of the matchups that we've dove into this entire week, it really comes down to which defense puts a lid on the opposing passing game and prevents as many big plays as possible. We see it week in and week out. The correlation between generating big plays, especially through the air, directly leads to the ability to score points. So make teams go the long way. You know, the defense, an old saying is, make them snap it again.
The drive begins at the 20. There's first and 10. First play, and May goes to the air. He's going to test this secondary right away.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
Again, working deep downfield.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
Throwing on third down is May. He'll try to run for it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. Working out of the gun, it's May. And this will be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of his game plan as the game unfolds.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. Operating for the shotgun. It's May. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and 1. Looking for a tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
He's got it inside the 5. And he will score for the score. Point after try, forthcoming. It's up and good. And his guys will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up
to throw. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
Here's May to throw it on first down. Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it, and his guys move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's a first carry for their running back. And they move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formation, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
To throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Hill with the throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Let's go now. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. So now Mike McDaniel will send out the field goal rule. His kick is good. And the Dolphins get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make a habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. Whoa. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. Here's May. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. first and 10. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. To throw on first down is May. And that ball out of reach. Toward the sideline, it'll be an incompletion. We'll try again here, second and 10. Here's May again. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. They send Jackson, the tight end, in motion. May to the air once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target, and it'll lead to a second and goal. May to throw again. It is brought in the end zone. DK Metcalf, touchdown. Decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for two. Throw again is May. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack two more onto their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, the defender able to get